just can't get out of it. I just don't know how to change. Why is this so hard for me? This freaking sucks. Mindset. How to change your mindset, right? What is your mindset? What does it mean to change your mindset, right? I'm sure you're wondering that question. You think you may have an idea, but you're not really sure. Let me say this. A lot of times when you tell people you're going through something or you're going through something, you'll hear, just be positive. Be positive. Everything will work itself out. As if positivity is the magic key that's going to fix it all. Oh, no. So you're telling me that I can't have any negative experiences, that I can't feel negative about a situation or experience that has affected me in a certain way? That's how it comes across, but I don't think that's what they mean. They're basically telling you to just think positive about the situation, but it's hard to think positive about something if your mindset is not right, if you don't have the tools to really develop that skill set. That's something that takes time. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you guys what I've done to help me, because it's really changed my life. And it's really, when you understand these things, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel, negative, or, not everyone's positive all the time. Although I can be positive pretty often, but not everyone is. And I really want to share with you guys and help you kind of think about it in a different way. But I ask that you sit back, relax, and get uncomfortable, because only way you can change is when you sit back, relax, and do what I just said. Because being uncomfortable is the only way to grow. And if you don't believe that, try growing and staying content and comfortable in life. It won't happen. So enough yapping. Why don't we dive into this? Let me tell you something. Where you are right now in life can really affect your mindset. Think about it. The reason why is because life experiences can really have you jacked up, and they can put you in a negative headspace that can sometimes seem like you're never, ever going to get out of it. Sometimes it can feel like, why is this stuff always happening to me, right? Trust me, I felt that way for so freaking long. But understand this, you're not alone. I can promise you that there are people right now in this very moment who's even watching this video who feel that exact same way. You know what happens? A lot of times what we don't realize, this is so true, what we don't realize is that we live in a self-imposed bubble. And now this is a bubble of all of our experiences. Now the danger is that those experiences might shape who you are and what you think, and you don't even realize it. So really think about this. Whatever bubble you're in can cause you to be inactive, reactive, or proactive in life. Ask yourself, do you know where you fall? Really, really think about that. This matters because if you're proactive, you can expand your bubble. And as it continues to grow, guess what happens? It will eventually pop, and it'll expose all the walls that were stopping you from true growth. That is when you start to wake. If you're in a reactive bubble, your life can be pretty unstable, where your emotions vary from day to day. Now, if you're reactive and your emotions vary, it's hard for you to kind of see your way through anything. So it's important to understand where you fall. If you're in the inactive bubble, this keeps you feeling defeated, where you don't even try to improve your situation. You just complain about it because you honestly believe you can't fix it or change it. You often feel stuck. Why is this even important to understand? Because mindset is everything. Let me say this to you one more time so you can hear me. Mindset is everything. If you understand the why, how, and what, why is this happening to me? How it happened, and what you can do to get out of it, that is how you start to change your mindset. You have to challenge your thoughts, because if you don't, they will always control you and they will win. Think about this. Your past experiences are embedded into your brain, and they serve as a form of validation, which can stop you from growing and trying new things. Your brain is saying, no, don't try that. Remember what happened last time. But when you're mindful, you understand that things that you've experienced in the past could have many different outcomes. For example, let's say, let's say you go to a restaurant, right? It's your first time going there, and you have the time of your life. The food is really good, the service is amazing, and you can't wait to go back there, right? So fast forward a month later, you decide to go back to that exact same restaurant. But this time, the experience is completely different. The food is crappy, the service is bad. Let me ask you this. If that was your first experience, would you have gone back to the restaurant a second time? No, most likely you wouldn't have. What happens is that we naturally as humans gravitate towards negative experiences because they have more of a profound impact on us. I should say a longer lasting effect on us. You went to that restaurant twice. You had two different outcomes. One positive, one negative. Next time you go back, it could be a neutral experience. But what you have to understand that a lot of times we forget is that one experience isn't the end all be all of how life is always going to be. But if that experience, like I said earlier, had a profound effect on you, it's hard to see it going in a different way. Trust me, I understand that everyone can relate to that. But if you change your mindset around what has happened to you, then your past experience, guess what? It won't be a validation of what's to come, but only one way of how it went. It's so important that you understand that. Really, really understand that. How many of us have been imprisoned by our minds, telling us that this will happen to you over and over again? And what do? We believe it. We believe it, so we don't even try. We don't try to challenge our mind. Instead, what we do is we surrender to a validation that is no longer accurate. Once again, we surrender to a validation that is no longer accurate. See, if I could go back in time and shake myself, trust me, I would in a heartbeat. And I can promise you right now, everyone is going through something, whether big or small. And if you can take a step back and ask yourself, how much of what you're going through is driven off your past experience of how to cope, how to justify, how to see your way through it, then just maybe you can change course and try a new approach. Changing your mindset is a process. It is a process, a consistent process. It's not going to happen overnight. But if you can become more self-aware of your coping approach by asking yourself, is my reaction based off of what happened to me in the past or based off of something else? That's how you start to change your mindset.
Okay, guys, so that was the first step of how to start to change your mindset. Well, at least of how I started to change my mindset. Everyone has their own different approach. This is my approach. It worked well for me. This process takes time. It will not happen overnight. Guys, if you're dealing with any kind of trauma or pain, click on this video right here. It is something that you cannot afford not to watch because it will help you go through the steps of what I took to help me overcome some of my past traumas. And trust me, changing my mindset and working through my past traumas has changed my life. Now, I enjoy my life, and you can too. Don't be afraid to face yourself. Sit back, relax, and get uncomfortable, because guess what? We about to change.
I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a body like I said I might. This a better life.